Nah, you smoke, I drink, well good, the people get high. Got drops, got trucks, alright, we gon' take a ride tonight. So much, let's slide.
Throwing it back there. What's up, everybody? It's Haydin once again. And yep, I didn't make a video last week either because I fail at life and I'm busy. And like I said, there's no excuse, but that's the one I'm giving you all today. And I don't know how people do this everyday crap, you know, uploading a video every day. I can't even do one once a week. That would not work for me. And I've got a mullet going on. Oh, I need a haircut. Anyway, so speaking of failing at life, I do it on a daily basis. Okay, people say they're clumsy and, you know, trip and fall and whatnot, but they don't know anything about all of that because I literally am the clumsiest person anybody will ever meet. I spill things, I drop things, I trip over my own feet, I trip going upstairs, I can just be standing there and fall over, and I'm that person that like at lunchtime will spill her food in front of everybody. It's just a mess. So I thought I would give you all my embarrassing stories because we all have them, and if I could share them all over the internet, so can you. Embarrassing stories are what make us who we are. So I guess the first one is when there were more before this time, but I don't really remember because sometimes I kind of block them out. The first one was I was a senior in high school, and my high school experience wasn't good anyway, so this just was the cherry on top of the, I don't know why they say cherry on top of the cake because you don't put cherries on cake. Cherry on top of the sundae. It was at my high school, we do like an awards assembly the last few days of school for like the highest grade in classes and stuff like that, and it's also the same assembly that like the seniors, if they've applied for scholarships, you know, from the community or whatever, it's whenever they find out if they got them or not. So it was like the end of the day, and all the assemblies were done, and there were still a couple more classes that we had to go to. And as everybody was getting up and leaving, I guess I had some really slick shoes on. They kind of had a little bit of a heel on them, and I stepped wrong and fell in front, and it was like at the front of the auditorium. It was great, and people in my math class were talking about it. They're like, oh, well, somebody else fell too, and blah, blah, blah. And people were like, who was it? And I was like, it was me, okay? It was me. Jeez. Let it go. Let it go. So then, well, I guess my second story actually should have come before my first, because this next story was before my sophomore year of high school. That summer, it was like the beginning of June, and my sister we were in the middle of moving, so my mom told me and my sister that we could go to the community pool and swim and have a grand day and whatnot. Well, I just wanted to like stay in one end, and because I wasn't very comfortable with my body yet, so I just wanted to like stay in the shallow end and just be by myself. But my sister wanted to go on the diving board, and I was like, no, I don't want to go on the diving board. So finally I got tired of freaking whining about it, so I was like, fine, let's go. So I went on the diving board. And then I was like, well, that wasn't too bad because there wasn't a whole lot of people there, so then I was like, all right, well, let's go, you know, maybe one more time. So I get on the high dive, and you know, I wanted to get some air. Even though it was a high dive, I still wanted to get some good air, so I took a running start. Well, I don't know what it was with the diving board or what, but it like started flopping up and down, and whenever I got to the end of it, I guess it had flopped up so hard that it hit the bottom of my foot. That's the only thing that I can really know, but I shattered my entire left foot. Every bone and every single toe except for my pinky toe. And it was literally, people ask me, how did you break your foot? And I'm like, on a diving board. And they're like, well, how did you do that? And I'm like, because it's my life. It can only happen to somebody like me. But it was horrific. I was in a cast for all of the rest of the summer. I didn't get it off until a few weeks before school started. Had to start school with a boot. It was just great because then sophomore year was the first year that you were in the high school, so I was like, just great. But I got over it, and I still have the scar to prove it. Yep, that The next one comes my sophomore year of college. So I was in a sorority, and I was on campus one day, and I saw one of my friends that was in the same sorority, and I was like I needed to ask her a question or something, and so I was like trying to run, kind of hastily walk to get her attention. At my college, there's like, I don't know why they're there, but there's these like big black rubber things in the sidewalks. There's like maybe 4 in a row that go across the sidewalk, and then some of them have like these blue things that like will flop over, so if you can like drive over them. But I don't know why they're there in the first place. But the one that I'm talking about didn't have a little blue thing sticking up out of it. It was just the black rubber thing. Just walking along, and I had shorts on, mind you, because it was being in school and it was hot. I freaking tripped, and it was like the first week of school, and so all the organizations on campus like had all of their tables set out and all of this stuff. Yeah, I fell in front of everybody, and it was embarrassing, and I fell so hard that I kind of slid across the concrete, and my knees were so scraped up in the palms of my hands. And I had rush that week. I had to we had to wear pants, and the pants I wore were kind of tight around my knees, and it hurt going up and down the stairs, and it was horrific. I was in so much pain, literally, and I still, people still talk about it to this day. Like, oh, I'm like, thank you for bringing up my failing at life. So just a few stories just to make you all feel better about your life. I guess that's all. It's a quick video today, but I know I don't have very many viewers, but that's okay. I'm still gonna make videos because that's all you can do. So until next time, peace, love, and happiness.